Sacred time. What better time than right now at this moment?
Yeah. So we back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So we're gonna try to do something a little brief because I think I need to just start shortening my messages a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be too extensive. So we're just gonna get right into the messages for real. For those of you who are new, man, welcome. I appreciate having you. Those of you who are coming back, my usuals, you already know how we get down. We mind our own business, terror. So, yeah, man, we're not looking at affairs of others. We kind of just focus on our own self-improvement. So today, we're gonna get right into trying to go ahead and just get into the messages. For real. Man, it's been a little second, but I take my time before I actually just conjure a message. I don't just dive into actually having to draw from the well all the time. You know, I let us actually have an experience in life. Let us actually have our exchange in life. And then when it's time to center ourselves or to reground ourselves, we'll meet again. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right into this, man. We'll get right into it. I want to go ahead and shuffle my cards. Get it right. You know what I mean? So, I'm looking for a brief message. Start out this. We got moving quickly, capacity, and bravery. This is the Knight of Swords. So we starting off pretty good already. You know what I'm saying? So some type of accelerated rate when it comes down to probably a conscious thing. I think things will start moving a little bit more at a more rapid pace. It could probably be currency or some form of energy or conversation. Here we got the King of Cups. All right, it says authority, warm-hearted in one's emotions, even though they may not be expressing them. It's something like more of a male water sign when it comes to that. All right, so what I'm getting here, it has to do with probably being able to take on life. I think I'm getting more of a balance in how you progress in life. I think you're being a little bit more courageous in how you pursue things. I think you have the mental capacity because we have capacity here. And I thought about something mentally when I initially seen the drawing of the Knight of Swords. The mental capacity to really actually digest things when it comes down to like life. You know what I'm saying? And I was just saying about before I even started to read, it was just having the time to experience life and not be so overly indulged in just the synchronicity of just drawing messages from the cards. Just knowing how to embody or receive, you know, the expression of life, the emotion of God, should I say, just through experience, and then knowing how to really actually recollect ourselves and getting more of a better confirmation through synchronicity of the messages in cards or tarot, you know. So yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting more of the ability to embody. You may have gained a more mental capacity in how you take on life for real. And now you're being able to scribe with an authority, maybe. That's what I'm getting. I'm gonna move further. All right. I feel like shuffling. Oh, we got a bit upside down. We don't want that, y'all. We don't want that. We don't let them. All right. Yeah. Like you have ability to take on loss, regret, and sadness. It's like you're able to really, it's a Five of Cups here. The way you can actually move gracefully through challenges, maybe loss, failures, shortcomings, things about life. I think you're more at a maturity. When it comes down to you and your emotions, I don't think you probably are too emotionally invested or indulging in I would say challenges, trials, tribulations, you know. I think you're taking these things on with ease and you're able to really recuperate a lot quicker. I think it allows you to move and progress at a more accelerated rate. So moving quickly was the leading card about this message here. Let's go further. Okay, we're gonna rock out with that because I seen it. We got charity, give and take. You know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, like you're balanced when it comes to being able to take on life. I think that when it comes to losses or things you may give, it's okay. It's like, okay, say a person may be scheming. You may come across people who are manipulative, you know what I'm saying, who are very shrewd and crafty, and sometimes someone may get the helps on you, or they may swindle you out of some type of energy or currency that you may give. And I think that you're drawing from a more benevolent state to where it's like losses, phase, and shortcomings are not really so much substantial anymore. I think they don't have much substance or sway over you in your emotions, and you know how to give and take the occurrences of life at a more mature aspect about things. And whenever someone is killing themselves, I guess, swindling or getting over, you don't chuck it as a loss. It's more like a form of charity. I think that you're more aligned now, and it's okay if you're not at that state of what I'm speaking, but I think that you're moving in the right direction. What I'm getting from the expressing the spread right now, what I've got. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. All right. Yo. Walk out with me. All right, we got two over here. We'll start from the bottom here. On the top. Yeah, when it comes to Ten of Swords, pain, anguish, feeling, backstab, like everything is in synchronicity. See what I'm saying? Like right before I always speak about certain things, or right before I draw the card, I speak about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I'm in alignment to where I'm able to actually give you a more accurate message, because I took time to really actually meditate and collect myself before I actually gave the message. So I'm able to actually give you a more accurate message that may be applicable for your circumstance, and take what resonates and leave the rest, man. Know how to eat the watermelon, spit out the seeds. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and just with that being said, with the Ten of Swords, dealing with pain, anguish, feeling backstabbed, or you see what I'm saying, betrayed, or cheated out of some type of exchange you're in. You know what I'm saying? I think that you're handling it very, 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 very well, for real. And that's leading you to the Wheel of Fortune here. See what I'm saying? So we had the 10, 10, 10. And it was the end. You know what I'm saying? So that's tight, for real. But for us to get to the Wheel of Fortune, it's the new cycles. See what I'm saying? Situation and functioning. Well, if the situation is functioning, you know what I'm saying? A change in future, you have an advantage, for real, because of the mental capacity that you have initially. You know what I'm saying? I think that you're able to step into a new very well. You're accelerating at a more incandescent. Why did I hear incandescent? Like as if your passions help you fortify you into staying focused on what you're pursuing and being a better essence of the Most High. I think that
nothing is really standing in your way as an obstacle anymore, for real.
You're patient, do things with ease. It's like the life and challenges that you face are, I think they're just more you being in an actual exchange between your conversation between you and the divine. I think you and God are having a more mature exchange now in your life. And I think that this is an advantage because, this type of alignment is so fortified. It's when you're so centered and so focused on, you have your eyes sought out on the Most High and the emotions, the expressions that you come across within existence. I think that you're now being able to embody the emotion of God through all things. And if you have been following the messages that I have been leading before and taking the information that I have been sharing, you've gotten to a maturity to where now you're in a state of prestige. That's where I get the authority aspect from the King of Cups here. You know what I'm saying? Where these losses, regrets, and sadnesses is not something that are really a real factor. And you know how, and you're balanced with the Six of Pentacles, for real, in charity, for real. It's like you're benevolently, gracefully, you're progressing forward through pain and anguishing and feeling backstabbed. These are not emotional sways that burden you, for real. All right, let's keep going forward, for real. And when we got on the bottom, I was led to it. Focus on something lost, not focusing on what one already has possibilities. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where it's really just letting you know that you are. You know what I'm saying? And let's keep going for real. I want to close out this message because I don't want to go too far. All right. See, the full know about infinite possibilities, new beginnings, innocence. You're operating in. It's just, man, this is a powerful read already, man. Like, I think you need to prepare yourself for these new beginnings for real. I think that you're stepping into an era in your life, a season in your life where things, moving rapidly. I think there's real great blessings. Yeah, see, balance, two of swords, indecisiveness, or just being indecision, uncertain at a crossroad. I'm getting that there's more of a balance. We started out with that. I think that this is more confirmation about having a balance for real. So yeah, lock in for real. Stay balanced for real. For real. Like, I don't think you're dealing with actual indecisiveness for real. I think when you do face these things, that's what I'm saying. Prepare yourself for an uncertainty about probably new beginnings, these infinite possibilities. I think these options that may arise may put you into a state of being kind of embargoed, like to maybe where you may not be certain about what's the most beneficial direction to go out of these new beginnings, these infinite possibilities. But I think that the lighter route, I think when it comes about learning something new, when we see infinite possibilities and new beginnings, there may be a route to where you may have to educate yourself more in the direction. And then there's another direction where you may be, accustomed to already knowing what to do in this route or in this option. And I think that let's keep going, because I think, we got here the Six of Cups of happiness. Children, siblings, memories. Okay. I'm led about this crossroad because maybe you should hold to a childlike energy. Knowing how being accustomed may be something like familiarity. What I got from that in the crossroad of, maybe two different directions or more than just two directions. There may be other directions that you can take when it comes down to new beginnings, infinite possibilities. And I think that the familiarity about something, stick with what you know. Maybe the thing. Stick with what you know, this will lead you to happiness. Now, having to learn or take on something where you have to educate yourself further is a challenge, yeah. We're not saying not take that route, but stick with what you know in this new beginning. And maybe, because we have new cycles with the Wheel of Fortune, we have infinite possibilities and new beginnings, innocence. So holding to more of a childlike energy of being receptive or being able to receive maybe the new information in learning. If you really actually have the mental capacity to embody the new information, or taking on instructions, or having that humility for real. All right. I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna keep moving forward. But it's like stick to what you know because of seeing memories. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, still have that same childlike energy of being able to learn something new. But don't career orientate yourself on something that you're just being novitiate to learning. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, take your time, all right? Take your time, stick with what you know until you can actually have the fortitude and the stability to be able to take on new things for real. So still be, a realist and down to earth to being able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, last card, man. Let's close this one out. All right, last card. What we got here? Oh, no. Waiting. So with everything that is arising, maybe it's saying don't study too long on things, or wait for others to be able to get with the program, but also because it came out sideways in a sense, but also just seeing that we have waiting here. I'm seeing that it's a prime number, 3 of Wands. So you still just knowing how to be patient enough of knowing when to do what's necessary, but just moving forward. Don't wait too long on, maybe if you're in partnership with something, don't be too stagnant, in waiting, but also be patient enough to allow yourself to assess whether or not something is able to meet you at the rate you're going or stepping into. You see what I'm saying? So take your time and be patient enough to assess with waiting, but also don't wait of overly assessing whether or not something is fit to step into this new phase in your life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. All right, so I always close out, man, with what I call an oracle message, man. Yeah, man, we got the Musical Soul by Desiree, Glowing Sunflower. I think that's her social media handle. But yes, it's a good deck for me. I love the deck because it actually give messages to music. You know what I'm saying? So it have like music verses, stuff like that. That it it gives messages through that, and I think that sometimes it be right on the money for real. I be trying not to bend these cards because I appreciate them so much. So I take my time. You know what I mean? Take the time. Yeah. So let's work out. Give me a closing message, man. Somebody can see. You know what I'm saying? Give me a closing message. Word. Let's do it. Right. 14 of harmony. 14 of harmony. Right. It says, morning light, I love you so. Giving me life and made me whole. Open my eyes and feel my soul. Can't let it go. Arise by Linda Dawn. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. For real. So yeah, man. I'm actually just led to say that through it all, I think that your emotional or mental maturity, I think your emotional maturity has gotten you to a point to where you and the divine you and God you're in tune with this aspect of a language, should I say, that you're able to register now through experience of just the occurrences of life. And with that being said, you know how to move forward without any type of baggage or burdens for real. I think that you're at a point where life is just a happening and you understand and are grounded that you're one that it must happen to. Whatever the formality of being it may, come to be. I think that you're very receptive now. And then through that receptivity is taking you to a state to where, you're finally able to take on life in a maturity that is abundant for real. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna close this out because I'm always getting a little extensive. So I love you, man. Please like, share, and subscribe, man. Please like, share, and subscribe. Man, I do appreciate your time, and I'll see you next time. God's will.